108-96 to the Utah Jazz. All set to go. We're underway here to begin this long, full day at both Cox Pavilion and here inside the Thomas and Mack Center. Minnesota has a lot going right now with regard to their offseason work. We'll explore that. And inside to Williams on the flush, and there's an assist already for Leonard out of the gate.
We've seen in college basketball in a recent past, and now getting it done here in NBA Summer League.
There's Bufkin leaning and hitting with the left hand. What are all those North Carolina Atlanta season ticket holders going to do now?
Few undefeated teams still in the mix, but we'll see what it looks like after the somewhat regular season that you see.
Holds Atlanta within 3. Bufkin did a lot of film work between games 1 and 2 out here in Las Vegas.
And that's one of the best ways to get better, especially on short notice.
He wanted to watch film of not just his upcoming opponent as he glides the rim again.
Glad you know him.
Officials' names and be nice.
No, that's not necessarily a rule in the NBA, but you better know the officials' names, especially as a player.
Martin with the bomb off the left side. With those who officiate our games as well. Hudson for his first run. He'll go right to Miller on an ISO. Turnaround jumper's pure.
And you can tell Leonard Miller has so much more confidence in that jump shot. His first foray in the NBA game. And he is enjoying every minute of it.
He looks good, doesn't he?
He really does.
What do you think that is? Oh, nice quick move there by Carton.
You don't actually get the and one. You get and one attempt.
It doesn't roll off the tongue, though, in a shout on the floor like, you know, if a guy would have yelled, possible and one.
Yeah, I get it. I'm with that.
A little Euro inside. Great, you can't come up with it. First to the floor's got it, of course. Minnesota out of there with it off the turnover. Lob to the rim. Yep. Hammer time. Both teams out of the timeout shooting exactly 46.2%.
Okay, trivia time. You ready?
I knew you were going to come with me.
Oh.
From the left side break, Lundy drops it in. Yes.
We'll wait for a year or two. Well, actually, a year when we see Bronny James playing in the Summer League and his dad's still a current player. I'm calling that.
You're calling that?
I'm calling that.
Corey
Well,
Alexander.
I'm going to go T-Lang early because he threw out dare shots. Are you familiar with dare shots? Do you know what they are?
No.
Okay, so a dare shot is basically I dare you to shoot that. Or three-point field goal?
Three-point field goal, yes. Swat by Gay at the other end, Mohamed Gay. And uphill to Plavcic for 3. Oh, volunteer from long range.
It may be in this Minnesota lineup that they would much prefer to shoot the threes than getting downhill and attacking the paint. For example, you would much prefer to see Josh Minot. This is the third segment that we've seen of Kobe Bufkin in this game. He's taken 2 breaks already. And in comparison to coming in and just playing guys a bunch of minutes, they're playing them in shorter stretches.
And it's the largest lead by Atlanta so far. Bufkin tied up. Oh, great steal. And the outlet pass ahead here.
Nice recognition. July 2019. But Zion's first few minutes of his Summer League career were spectacular, to say the least.
End to end here in Atlanta now. Carton's 0 for 4 now here in Vegas, shooting from 3, to your point. And an one possible. Williams, nice step to his left and runs it in. They just pretend to be one on television.
Well,
Martin misses from 3.
That's what we do. We're paid actors.
Kabengele can't finish. Gay can't get it into the bucket. And finally, third try is the charm as Martin's able to finish.
Only one of them that I can remember did not involve Gary Payton. And the thing was, GP would laugh when it was over because, of course, I'm not making GP money. NBA Summer League in 2022. We'll see who that team is this year in 2023.
Williams right down the pipe, finishes. He splits 2 and at the rim. They've got Minot going more downhill, it seems, today here in their 3rd game of the Summer League. Nice reverse lay-in from Martin. Wheeler trying to show us a little handle here. Almost lost it. Gets downhill and banks it in. Both teams have cranked it up after a sloppy start to the quarter. Underside of the rim there. And numbers ahead to Wheeler. The assist from Minot on the flush.
Had a chance to see Jose Alvarado talking about the Puerto Rican national team earlier in Summer League, where they'll be competing against USA. This time to get up now.
Minot hammers it with the right hand.
There you go. The Wolves over the last few possessions, and now an opportunity here to tie or even take the lead.
Their defensive end has been cranked up too. I can't tell if the defense has fueled that offense or the fun on the offensive end has made their defense better.
In San Antonio as well as DeJounte Murray. So when you think about the influence that the Spurs have had on so many different organizations, you see that in Atlanta as well.
And we talked about it a little bit earlier today. The two of them both averaging 20-plus points, 6-plus assists, as Lundy has to have Norris finish it off for him. 14 guaranteed contracts right now, Atlanta does.
Wait a minute. If you're going to start talking about Atlanta roster, you absolutely got to talk about my UVA alum, my little brother, DeAndre Hunter.
Inside, Lundy again. Great outlet pass.
That was a great pass.
It was, and I thought for sure Plavsic should have taken control of that basketball, and it ends up being a turnover as a result. All right, Roz, thanks. 4 threes there for Lundy. Minnesota had a 17-5 run to end the third. Bowen to the rack, lays it in. Brandon Williams has been the steadying force. The vet, obviously, for Minnesota in this situation.
Way to talk him up.
It down.
Way to talk him up.
Singleton gets sandwiched there. This is Singleton. This is David Singleton. It's his first run. Did not play in the first 2 games here in Las Vegas. Pass fake and the finish for Hunt this afternoon. In a crowd, almost a turnover. Good swing out. Kabengele with the bomb.
Yeah, in the basketball game here. 3-point game. Minnesota with a big comeback. They're down 11 at the half, I believe.
Bowen out of the corner. Rattles it home. Keep in mind, Atlanta in their last game put 96 on the board against the Denver Summer League team. Nice pass to the diving Martin. Unable to finish, though.
Brandon Williams back into the game relatively soon here for Minnesota because he has been the answer, especially in this second half for the Wolves.
Mohamed Gay on the 2-hand flush. Illustrious NBA career.
Somebody's out there snitching. See, text messages are dangerous. Somebody texts George Tolliver. He's telling me, I got text messages coming through. You're talking about me on air. Speaking
of guys who look like they can still play. Nice crossover. Williams splits 2 and finishes. What a day for Brandon Williams.
The Hawks were able to cut into that lead while Brandon Williams was on the bench.
Off balance, but magical. Here's Cook climbing the big. Won't get it to go. Martin's going to clear it. Power play here for the Hawks, at least for the moment. Martin to the rack by himself with a left-hand finish.
Tyrese Martin with the basketball now, looking to make a play as the shot clock gets.
Another soft finish at the cup. Well, the shots that were going in at the rim now are not. And Miller with a collision at the rim is able to finish, and no call here on the play.
I love the no call.
And there was a little bit of a fall back there, a little lean, not quite a flop.
Well, also appreciate the fact that no flop was called.
Yeah. Oh, big three by Martin.
When you think about Rudy Gobert on the floor, you've got Karl Anthony Towns, who, of course, is a knockdown three-point shooter. You've got to be able to space the floor from beyond the arc. Like that.
Bofkin had a very big impact early, knocks down the free throw there. 4-point lead for the Hawks. Williams drive and kick. Miller open 3, and the lefty knocks it down.
DJ Carton goes down. They didn't clean up the wet spot on the floor, but Brandon Williams still in action.
Denied at the rim by Mohamed Gay.
Well, you got to get a quick look from 3 on this possession.
Williams in the corner. Over the iron, and that should do it. The rebound secured on the weak side for Atlanta. The Hawks.